Hey guys, what's up? Lewin here at Garageband and Beyond, back with another Guitar Tuesday. Yay, Guitar Tuesday. I am loving making these Guitar Tuesday videos for you guys, so I really hope that you are enjoying watching them. Today's video about my favorite presets inside of GarageBand 10 for bass is actually a request from one of you guys. You know who you are, so thank you very much for the request. I'm always looking for new ideas for Guitar Tuesday, so if you have one, please leave it in the comment section below or over on the Facebook page, and I will definitely take it under consideration. So the thing we're talking about today, the useful presets inside of GarageBand 10 for bass. So let me turn up my tone and my volume. It's a little buzzy because I have my filming lights on, so whatever. So the first one we're going to talk about is the 60s combo amp. This is under clean bass. It is the very first preset under clean bass, and it is emulating the classic Ampeg flip top amp. There are several different versions. This is just sort of, this is the 115. Awesome real amp, and this is actually pretty good. It has that sort of, I don't want to say farty, but it's sort of, it's like, it's a cool tone. It's very round. It's very tubey. Right? It's very 60s sounding, very Beatlesque too, if you want it to be like right? That's a lot of thumb, I will say. Paul, uses a lot of his thumb and a lot of muting on the palm of his hand. So to get that Paul McCartney tone, you got to, use your thumb, mute with your hand. But this particular one, the 60s combo, very Beatlesque. I will say that for sure. So if you're a Beatles fan and you're trying to make one of those sounds, this is the sound. Obviously, the P bass that I'm playing here, this is an Epiphone, old Epiphone version of the P bass, is not going to sound like that Hohner that he plays. So if you have a Hohner out there, if you're one of those people with some sort of version of that bass of his, use this particular amp setting and you will get as close as you can inside a GarageBand to that true Paul McCartney Beatles sound. So yeah, the 60s combo is a pretty common one. It's a very, it's a very common sound, let's say that. So I find this very useful. With a little bit of tweaking, I can get this one to sound really very good. Now the next one that we're going to do is I'm going to go down to Big Stack. This is my other favorite one that I use a lot. And this one's just sort of like, this is great for, I don't know, I want to say like more like pop rock stuff. I really like big bass and modern stack, but we're going to get to that. But right, this one's got like a nice growly low end on it that is not too heavy, right? There's a lot of these other presets, the ones I'm not talking about, like, we can talk about Substation, for example. There's just too much low end, I think. When I get those presets going in my mixes, I'm always removing that low end. I'm just rolling it out because it's useless, in my opinion. So anyway, Big Stack, super cool, very good for pop and rock because it's heavy, but it's also kind of, but it's also clean. Right? Very normal, simple bass tone. I like it a lot. Now, third one, last one in the presets is this one. Now, again, I have some, like my filming lights are on, so things are a little buzzy. If I can roll it out with my tone knob, but I'm not going to do that. Anyway, I apologize for the buzz. No big deal, though. Now, the modern stack. Now, if you're doing modern music, this is probably the bass that you want. Right? It's just it's another one. It's got a good low end growl. But even though you're hearing that buzz, should also tell you how much more high end this has. right? It's really good for just, having that modern sound. It's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, it's called modern stack, right? The other thing, like if you're a Victor Wooten kind of guy, this one is really good for getting the harmonics. I used to be able to play it. Right? I'm not as good as Victor, I know that, but for example, right? This tone has that nice bassy sound to it, so when you get the harmonics going on top of it, it's just that sound, man. It's super sweet. And I think you can hear that. And I do apologize for all the buzzing. It's the lights. Now, the last one I'm going to talk about is not a preset that is found inside of GarageBand. It's a preset that I have developed, and I actually did make a video with all the nitty-gritty details in it, all the actual settings of this. I've come up with a bunch of my own presets, and I always recommend, if you find a tone that you like, make a preset out of it, because, it's hard to find these tones, find ones that you like, and so make presets. It just makes your life easier. So this is the one that I have developed for myself. And what you should notice is that it's it doesn't have a lot of low end. It's not too bright. It's a very neutral sound for bass, I think. Right? I like it because it's got a lot of the fret noise. Like if I'm sliding, there's a lot of good fret noise in it. Not this sound, but like this sound of just me going over the frets themselves. Right? You can sort of hear the stepping a little bit. It's not just like a big smooth woo. You hear the steps. And I kind of like that out of my own personal bass tone. Obviously, this is starting with that Mesa Boogie amp thing that you saw back in the Modern Stack one. So that just sort of gives you a heads up. But if you want all those nitty-gritty details on how I made this particular preset, just check out the link in the more info area, or maybe there's something popping up around my head here. I do really like this bass tone. It's just a good one, and I'm really proud of that preset that I've come up with. So definitely check out that other video. But those are the ones that I find the most useful. I know that it's only 3 of them, but I'm sure that you've run into this problem that not all of these presets are worth your time, and they just don't sound good in your songs. So if you're looking for 3 just to get started with, it's those 3 that I've just now talked about: the 60s combo, the big stack, and the modern stack. Those are the 3 that I think if you start with those and then tailor those sounds, you should find one that works for you the best. And if you're like me, the majority of the music that I record, especially if I'm writing it, all sounds, it's in the similar genre. So for the most part, I want the same bass tone across all of those songs. Of course, there's going to be some variations to that, but for the most part, I'm going to want that same bass sound. So that's what the nice thing about having the presets done. I can just hit the preset and boom, open up, and I know that the tone's going to work. I might have to tailor it a little for the song, but otherwise I have something to start with that's really cool. So that's it, you guys. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below. If I left something out, I apologize, but I hope I didn't. And if you have any of your own things that you love, like the presets that you've come up with or anything like that, share them with us. As always, please check out all the other videos here on GarageBand and beyond. I'm making videos all the time, every Tuesday and every Friday. We got videos coming out, and this Friday it's going to be cool. I'm doing a review finally for a really great guitar, and so that's that. Anyway, you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.